This is a dish that I've always used and went back to. I don't really know what to call this dish because it's kind of just a remedy that my mom always made for me when I was sick, you know. What I mean by sick, I mean like your throat really, really hurts and you feel like you have a lot of phlegm in your throat. This is a really good recipe to cure that or make you feel better. It has a lot of a burning sensation, but it really helps clear out your throat, you know, when you're really, really sick. It's this ginger. It's basically ginger and green onions and some salt and some oil all mixed together. And I like to put it with rice, so it's absolutely delicious. And it's a meal that everyone should really have because it wakes you up and it's good for you. A good detox, I heard. I did a little bit of Googling on it. And it's pretty strong. Depends on how strong you make it. But this is a dish I definitely recommend if you're sick or you want a refresher because it includes ginger, and ginger really wakes you up. It's good for your body. You know, when you eat food, you want it to be healthy. You want to be able to be good for your body. You want to put all that MSG McDonald's, even though I love McDonald's. You don't want to have that all the time. So you should really look for the quality of it because you want it to be firm. You don't want like a soggy, water-filled ginger because then it's going to lose all its nutrition and it's probably not as fresh. And it won't last as long in your refrigerator. So you really want to look for the quality in ginger. It should definitely be firm though. And obviously have the aroma of ginger, something very, very strong, okay? Some may say that my method is dangerous, but I don't really think so. There's different ways you can peel. If you don't feel comfortable using a knife, you can definitely use a spoon to peel. So I guess I'll go a little bit closer to show you what I mean. All right, so you see how there's skin. You don't want to eat the skin, you want to take it off because I'm sure there's E. coli and stuff like that on it. So I'm going to go really, really close to this and peel off the skin. Do you see how I'm peeling this? You want to be very careful of your finger. So you just want to peel off your skin like that. Peel as much as you want, doesn't really matter. It depends how much of this. So I'm peeling off the skin. Now if you don't feel comfortable doing that, my cousin taught me a way. It's with a spoon. And this you won't cut yourself, but I don't think it's effective. So I'd rather use a small knife and peel off the skin that way. So now my garlic has no skin. I'm sorry about the bad lighting. I'm usually busy in the morning, so I guess I'm doing it at night. So it's kind of yellow. It's kind of pink because I'm using a pink lamp, and my ankle sucks because I'm using my MacBook, but better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so I already cut the skin off, right? I have my bowl, and I have my grater. So this step is extremely easy. Everyone can do it. It's just basically a cheese grater, except you're using ginger. Yeah. So see this? I'm just gonna do this really simple step. This. So you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then you're gonna have these little shreds come out, yellow things. You can see. That's the ginger, and we want it in smaller form. So I guess you can it's called minced ginger, okay? A lot of times it's really good for you, I guess you can say. It's really simple. You can use it for any types of dish. I absolutely love using ginger. I love using green onions. I love using garlic. In my future videos, you're always going to see me using those because it gives, it's good for you, not only that, but it gives a lot of taste to your dishes in general. In Asian cooking, these are like staples for us. I don't really know American cooking because I don't really cook American dishes, to be honest, so I can't really do a tutorial on that unless I practice a couple times and then give you guys a recipe. But okay, so you see these little frays, I just keep doing it. You have this little, sometimes you can just use your hand, it's not going to cut you, just don't go too rough. Then you're going to have some stuff on the sides. Just do this, just swipe it, unless you want to use your hand too, which you can, whatever is more effective. So I finished this, and so, see, I'm just using my fingers, won't hurt it. The ending product will be something like that. Can't really see it. Doesn't have to be a lot. It just depends how much you want. Okay, so I have that. All right, so the next step you're gonna do is preparing your green onions. All right, And I already have my bowl of this. And then I'm gonna take an entire strand of this. So just rip this whole thing off. Actually, I'm just gonna do the whole thing because I wanna make it stronger. It doesn't matter how much you use, but I like this remedy stronger because it's more effective in like burning and clearing out all the phlegm in my throat, I guess you could say. All right, so I have now all of this done. And now the next step is just gonna be really simple. Just rip it apart and everything. Cut off the end. So I'm gonna cut off a little bit of the end because in green onion, the strongest part is this white part. So I wanna have a little bit of it left. I wanna cut off the stem of this because I don't wanna eat that. Okay, so I cut that off. And then I'm just gonna chop this into little pieces. So hopefully this 2 at the same time. Sorry if like you can't really see it much. Guess I can move it a little bit closer. And usually when it comes to the width, you kind of want it smaller, but I guess in this kind of hypocritical because it's a little bigger. But it doesn't matter, I really think. Right. I'm gonna pour it on here. So now I have a bowl filled with ginger and green onion. Doesn't matter what you use to mix it. You can mix it with a knife or that. I don't really like doing more dishes than I need to, so I'm just mixing it. And they should be pretty strong on the end, okay? Like I said, the amount you use doesn't matter as long as it depends on your taste. And this is pretty strong in the beginning, so I'd rather put little than put more if you're not used to it. So I just use regular Morton iodized salt, and I pour a little into it. A couple pinches of it. It smells pretty freaking strong, and it gives it a taste and a freshness. Since I already have my mixture, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat up some oil in this, and you just heat it up until you can tell it's a little hot. You see a lot of heat steaming because you don't want to overdo it. I mean, well, overheat it because then it evaporates and it's gonna cause a fire in your house. So I'm just gonna want to pour a little bit of oil. So you see, not a lot of oil, or well, kind of, but it's okay if you have a little left over. Once it's boiling, you're gonna pour it into this bowl, and then it's gonna like cook it from inside, so it'll taste like really, really good. Usually for videos, I would do a close-up of like the stove and everything, but since it's just warming up oil, I don't think it's really, really necessary to do that. Step is really, really easy, and you're just gonna pour this into here. I'm just gonna boil it. You already hear it steaming, right? Here, I'll show it to you a little bit. Just gonna steam. You see how it's like cooking inside? It's gonna smell really, really good and really, really strong. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. Yes, I easily get amused by this. And taste it, obviously. See if I like it. Tastes amazing. And I'm gonna mix it with my rice. So I'm gonna put a little bit of it in my rice. And mix. The lighting. Alright, I'll take like lighting. Looks like this. It's gonna be burning, but it's a good burning and you feel so much better after you eat it. Ginger has this quality of just waking you up, and it's delicious. I'll get that for you. So yeah, your ending quality should look. So hopefully enjoy it, and thanks for watching my first video. I really, really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or anything, you can hit me up with a comment, and I'll try to get back to you. Yeah. Thanks for watching and subscribe.
Take her home to my mama, home to my mama, take her home to my mama, yeah.